Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome once again to another edition of the Kremzeek Reviews. And this time we have Transformers Kingdom Autobot Ark. I know I'm late in the game, but this is my first official Titan class figure, so please bear with me. And as you can see here, the artwork in the front of the box. And of course we have the figure and the alt mode in the back part of the box, including Autobot Mainframe, which transform into a Mainframe, of course. And on the top of the box, as you can see here, the Decepticon ship, which we are going to have pretty soon. So we are going to unbox him now. And as you can see, Autobot Ark is one massive figure or ship. Or bear with me, for this is my first time with a large Titan class figure. As you can see here, it's got some nice details there, some turrets, some conning tower, the cockpit of the ship. I just wish the turrets would, rotate. Some weathering there in the front part. Some hollow parts here on the side, which I know will be easily remedied with some upgrades, which I already ordered. And if you press this part in the back, as you can see, the doors in the rear would open up underneath. And this one is Mainframe, the smaller deluxe figure here, along with his satellite gadget. So put him there for now. And some blast effects, as you can see here, some blue blast effects. And the Kingdom Autobot card, of course, trading card. And a small Optimus Prime, as you can see here, which is all red. Probably the smallest Transformers that I've seen so far. That will be, of course, with the cockpit. And of course the manual, transforming manual, which we'll do away with. It's better to transform things without, we're just guessing how to transform a figure, just like a puzzle. So this is the Autobot Ark, as you can see here, in its alt mode or its spaceship mode. This is the front part. As you can see, the cockpit here. Some weathering on the sides, like I've said. Some landing gear on the bottom, of course. And as you can see here, it's pretty massive. So if you lift this part of the front of the ship, you can see the head of the Ark, which looks like an Autobot, of course. And if you lift this part of the cockpit, this is where Mainframe, if you transform him into like the command center or the cockpit part of the ship, along with, I don't know if that's Vector Sigma or is it a navigational tool for the Autobots. So there. And as we go along, there's here, as you can see, the small Optimus Prime, which I've unpacked. And you can attach him in this one of these red pegs here, like in the center of the command center or the control center or the cockpit of the main ship. As you can see there, quite small. They didn't include the other Autobots, of course, or the rest of the G1 season characters. So it's a very nice Ark, rendition of the Ark. You can see here, we got conning tower as well. I don't know what these two hole ports are for. I wish the turrets would rotate, but it's actually just steady as it is. And of course this scanning satellite thing that was used in the first episode. And of course the blast effects, you can attach it here in the thrusters. So there are 6 pieces of these blast effects. I wish they've made like 12 of them, so you could put all those blast effects on 4 thrusters here. But if you use it, but what we actually have is just 6. So actually this is the button once again for you to open the rear door. Once we see in the cartoons that, when the Ark was stuck in the mountain. So is this the actual size of Optimus Prime in their base under the mountain or the volcano where the Ark crashed? You can also open this part to hide the conning tower here. You can use that once you transform him into his robot mode.
The Transformers will return after these messages. We now return to the Transformers.
So now we are going to transform him into his robot mode. As you can see, you open the front part of here of the robot or the ship. It's like in his launch mode or something. It's better to transform him this way. Then you lift this part, which will be the arms of the robot. As you can see here, like that. And you fold these flaps. That will be part of the chest of the robot. Let's get Mainframe out of the way for now. Like this, and you fold this in the center, and then bring out the arms. Pull them out like this. So most of the joints are ratcheted. As you can see, it does make some clicking sounds. Don't worry about it. It'll hold. So you just push this part of the chest of the robot, and it snaps pretty tightly there. Then bring out and rotate these part of the shoulder, and bring out the arms like this. Rotate this as well if you can. Bring out the hands or the fist of the robot, so it's also ratcheted. And now we have his left arm, of course. So he's just angled it the proper way. Just really tight at the moment because everything's ratcheted. Feel like it's going to snap or something, but hopefully it's not. It seems to be holding. And it's got the wrist, of course, as you can see here. Slight articulation on the hands and the fingers. So I've decided to get the upgrade part, and I will probably add these pretty soon once I've received them. So we now do the right arm. So as you can see here, he looks like he's in a meditation pose. Once you got his arms out, so his feet still pretty much folded in like that of a meditating position. So we got the upper half or upper part of the robot out of the way now. As you can see, the hands are pretty much limited, especially the fingers. It's just straight like this. So now we will untap the center of which will be the part of the legs. Rotate it this way. Just make sure it's facing in the back. Do the other legs as well, and all that snapping ratchets. Of course, you're going to rotate the waist, feet, to show that the thrusters will be on the front part of the robot. This one keeps snapping up. Just make sure it's pretty tight. And then we bring out the feet like this. That comes from under, and it's easy as that. We have our robot form of the Ark. So he's got some ankle articulations, you can see here. So it's easy for him to stand as well. Doesn't look awkward. And he's really pretty massive, as you can see here. If you haven't put Mainframe in the center of his chest, it would kind of look empty. So it's better to put him in his robot mode, of course. And as you can see here, his Autobot looking logo face. Some turrets there, some Autobot logo on the shoulders. Nice differentiation of those yellow colors. The blue thrusters, the gray. Articulation wise, it's very simple. Of course, the head rotates. It doesn't look up and down though, because it's not in a ball joint. He's got some light piping on the back of his head as well. As you can see here, he's got yellow eyes. And as you can see here, let me just adjust my light. There's a light piping in the back of his head. He's got some nice colors of gray, black, some blue in that predominant yellow color body of his. So his arms are ratcheted. As you can see, the elbows. It's got some bicep swivel, wrist rotation, face rotation, of course, like and it's also ratcheted. Legs move outwards, forwards, and backwards as well. And it's got thigh rotation, or thigh articulation, of course, and then the knee, and a bit of ankle tilting. And as I've said before, these rear doors keeps popping up, but it's not a big major issue. You just have to watch out for it. It's got some nice details in the back as well. Doesn't have too much kibble in the back. As you can see here, the front part of the ship doesn't put out too much. And the back part, as you can see, there's some hollow parts on the arms, but it's not a major issue as well. Even the slight hollow part on the back of the legs is not a big issue for me. So I'm really enjoying this large Titan figure. Well, I might end up getting more of these Titan figures if I can afford them or catch up with those recent releases. So I'm really enjoying the playability of this figure. And I know that the Ark is still part of the G1, although he didn't transform in robot form in the original cartoons, but he did transform in the War for Cybertron series, and this is a good take on the Ark. Got that tough looking face as well. The arms maybe could have used a bit of more weathering, and on the legs as well, as you can see here, but the details are pretty sharp. You can also add those blast effects in the arms. There's some pegs there, as you can see here. You can also add it on the turret of those guns. And for a size comparison, you can see here from the War for Cybertron Siege Optimus Prime.
The Transformers will return after these messages. We now return to the Transformers.
And now we will transform Mainframe, which is a deluxe figure. So we shall spread out this part of the panel, which is part of the legs. Tab these legs together. Rotate the feet facing backwards. Not sure we're supposed to angle it like this, but we'll see. And then for the arms, you tab it in the back part of the shoulder like this, or the backpack. And then by the arms or the wrist, fold it inwards. Do the other arm as well. So make sure it's properly angled like this. Then open up the back part like this. As you can see, there's a golden disc in the back, which you attach and can be removed. And then untap these part, and as you can see, it's the front or the interface of the computer. Make sure these panels are aligned together and tabbed correctly. Then bring down the head like this. Let's hide them in the back part of the console. Then rotate the waist like that. So make sure that the legs are tabbed in, back part of it there, as you can see. So I guess we don't have to move that part of the feet. And then there are panels here, which will be the surface or the part of the counter of the mainframe. And there we have his alt mode. Make sure everything's tabbed in properly, doesn't have any gaps or anything like that. And you have your Autobot computer or mainframe. It's got the radar, seeing a spear, and also the Ark. As for the graphics or the screen, and so you see the world map as well. So everything's tabbed in. Pretty good. It's like Teletran 1. Of course, let's return the golden disc in the back. Then, of course, the satellite gadget. You can attach it in the back part as well, like this. We have our mainframe alt mode. So another additional props for your Autobot headquarters. It's kind of small compared to the size of Optimus Prime, but there we have it. So as for the satellite, if you guys remember the G1 first episode where it was trans-scanning. So there we have Mainframe in his computer or alt mode. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my short video review of the Ark. Thank you for supporting the channel, and until next time.